Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Fan Pros, our podcast, family podcast. This is me, Elos, my son Josh. Josh is back, so we're gonna knock out a quick podcast, just kind of a mid-season review of just the NBA and our beloved Knicks and where they stand right now. So before we even go, how you feeling, Josh?
Feeling pretty good. All right.
All right. How do you like? All right. How do you like the? Because tonight was the night of the All-Star game. Me and him just finished watching it, and how do you feel? What do you think about the All-Star game and what how it looked to you and what the NBA tried to do with it, with the Stars team, the Stripes team, the World team, breaking them up in that three-team format, and then the first opening round game, semifinal, final. What do you think about how the All Star game looked to you? And I'll go after you.
I think it's definitely a step up from where they were the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I think this one was way more entertaining than the last couple All-Star weekends. Um, Overall, I still don't. I'm not fully behind the format of the them breaking the teams up,
Right.
but nonetheless, I think it was still entertaining, and I think it was still better than the product they've been putting out for All Star Weekend like the last couple of years. So
Right.
it was successful to me with that with the game, and I enjoyed 3 point contest as well. So
Right.
yeah.
Oh, okay. My opinion of it, I liked it. I actually liked. I know I seen a couple of commentators online. Some people didn't like it. The All Star game, they have their political views on it. Listen, you're not gonna please everybody. I think the All Star game of last year was putrid. That was just universally, that was universally spoken on. And I think over the years, it's been kind of just, I didn't like the team Steph, team LeBron, team Giannis. I didn't like any of that stuff. I didn't really like it. I don't think a player should dictate the NBA All Star game. I don't think it should be about one guy. I think it should be about a celebration of all of those all stars who represent the very best in the world. So I liked that they went away from that. I like the team USA. I like the team Stars and Stripes to split it up. The amount of American talent. And then I like the world team. It was about time they did it. See, NBC taking over the NBA, I think, will help the NBA in general, period. Because where it was going with TNT, it was way too much of a glaze fest for the great big stars. Even though NBC glazes, they still are wise enough to realize that it is an international game. So, and honestly, the last three MVPs, maybe four MVPs, have all been foreign born players. So I think them kind of having a world team versus the stars splitting up the Americans with the two teams. I like it. And let's be honest, if Shea was healthy and Luka and Jokic, the world team were favored for a reason. They probably would have won, but they didn't. You had a chance to kind of see the younger version of the Americans with that. I think it was the Stars team playing show out in that last championship. Congratulations to Anthony Edwards for winning the MVP. My man Kawhi, I love Kawhi Leonard. Always have, man. Love to see this guy. From the time he was with San Antonio as a youngster, man. Love to see Kawhi come off for the 31 points and lead them over the world team. The game winners, De'Aaron Fox. So I didn't even think De'Aaron Fox was going to hit that three to win that game. See him hit that game winner, and then Scotty Barnes in the opening game. I think it was very competitive. I really like this format, the way they have it set up now. I hope they keep it like this. And kudos for just everything. The camera work, just the optics of it. I think NBC did a great job. Even having Steph Curry in the announcers booth when they were interviewing Steph, and then Steph take that trick shot, hitting the shot from there to hit the three, I thought was entertaining. The 3 point contest, which now they're realizing has to close the show, that is the best. I enjoyed watching that. Dame Lillard, congrats to him. I mean, it was. I liked it. I liked the evening. I liked the weekend all together. I liked even the celebrity game. I thought it was pretty cool. So kudos for me. Thumbs up. Keep it up, NBA. And great way to kind of segue into just our mid-season review and report of our Knicks and just of what we've seen in the NBA so far. So what I'll do is kind of start out with just some of the big trades. You give me your impressions really quick on them, Josh, and I will. We'll start with the bigger, and we'll just do the bigger ones and maybe some of the few ones, the ancillary ones that count, that impact the league. All right, January 7th, we had the Hawks sending Trey Young to the Wizards for CJ McCollum and Corey Casper. Very good shooter. What did you think of that trade, bro?
I thought that was a solid trade for the Wizards. I feel like they got a good player out of that with Trey Young. They didn't have to give up too much to get Trey Young, and yeah, really just shipping off CJ McCollum and Corey Kisper. I feel like that's kind of undersell for Trey Young. So
Yeah.
I think,
Yes.
yeah, I think the Hawks they definitely could have gotten more for Trey Young, but I think it's a good trade for the Wizards. They were able to get away with getting Trey Young for not that much in return, and they was able to keep a lot of,
Yeah, no picks.
yeah, no picks, all their draft capital, and all their young players as well. So I think yeah, for the most part, the Wizards, I would give them A plus for that trade. For the
Right.
Hawks, I'll have to give it like a maybe like a D. They
Ooh.
really didn't get much in return. Getting
Yeah.
CJ McCollum and Corey Kisper is really not what you're looking for if you're like trying to get as much as you can out of shipping away Trey Young,
Yeah.
a franchise player for y'all.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, you said exactly what I thought. Trey Young was supposed to be their franchise. Trey Young took them to an Eastern Conference final. I mean, he was the face of the franchise. It's now Jalen Johnson. But he was. So to trade your franchise away for just an aging CJ McCollum, who's played well, but he's aging, and Corey Kispert, who's a good outside shooter, I mean, no picks at all, I think was a loss for the Hawks. Even though I think CJ will fit in well with them, I think they were tired of Trey Young's antics, selfish play at times, not playing any kind of defense. So I mean, maybe it'll be the plus, be an addition from subtraction, trying to getting him out of the locker room. But again, they did not get any comparable value for a franchise player. So yeah, that's a win for the Wizards. And the Wizards, about time. The Wizards have been stacking young draft picks, have been on the lottery forever. So hopefully next year when these guys are healthier, they'll show up, show out. All right, on to the next one. This one, January 31st, the Cavs added Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis for DeAndre Hunter. I'll take this one. Um, it was a solid trade for the Cavs. Schroeder will be a good backup point guard for the guy who we'll mention later, but he can help fill in. And Schroeder's a very tough minded guy, clutch guy, good playoff guy. I think he'll be good, and so will Keon Ellis. It was a great trade for the Cavs. Very kudos for them. For DeAndre Hunter, who I think is solid, but I don't think DeAndre Hunter warranted those two players. I think it was, to me, it made no sense for the Cavs, for the Kings to make that trade. I think they could have done way better with that trade off. So we'll give that to the Cavs. Great job for them doing that, man. This was the big trade. You and it shocked me, and then I'll pass it to you. Memphis traded Kyle Anderson, slow mo, as we know him, Walter Clay Jr., Taylor Hendricks, Georges Niang, and three future picks. You say all these players who are basically backup players and three future round picks for someone. The Jazz traded these players. Utah ended up getting Jaren Jackson, John Conkier, Jock Lindell, Vince Williams Jr. To me, this was I mean, the three future first round picks is the whole key to this whole trade. But if you're talking about the actual players received, I mean, Utah robbed them. Now, Jaron Jackson Jr., unfortunately, is out for the year. He's going to have surgery done to repair an injury. So, I mean, he'll be back next year. It's not career ending or career threatening. So, to have him, I like Vince Williams Jr., very solid player. Jock Lindell, very solid player. Like Jock Lindell a lot. So, and John Conke. So, to me, it was a win for the Jazz. They get a franchise, not really a franchise, but an all-star caliber player in Jaren Jackson to match with Markin and George. And to me, one of the best point guards in the league that does not get the credit he deserves, Isaiah Collier. Jazz, if you're out there, this guy does not deserve to be on the bench. I like what Keontae George has done this year, but keep him at the shooting guard, man. Collier is a master point guard. He had 17 points, 22 assists recently in a game, man. And he's been on a tear since February, man. He's been dominating the league with just assists and steals. And I look at him, he's a pure point guard. Reminds me of Chris Paul a lot. So, but that's just neither here nor there. But staying on track, I love the Jazz trade for the Jazz. The Jazz get Jaren Jackson Jr. For essentially a bunch of role players and three future first round picks. So, what do you think of that trade?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like for Memphis, the big thing is the future picks.
Mm-hmm.
I think
That's it.
that's the biggest like acquisition they got from trading away Jaren
Yeah,
Jackson.
that was the
Um,
future. That was their franchise before Ja.
yeah,
People forget
yeah,
that.
yeah, and there was a lot of speculation going on that Ja would be the one to be shipped off
I know. How crazy is
before,
that?
yeah,
Yeah.
and Jaren Jackson ends up getting shipped off
How do
first.
you feel about that, bro?
I mean,
It's crazy.
yeah, that's pretty crazy to me. I feel like, yeah, I guess, I don't know if there's just more of a market for Jaren Jackson
That's what I
or.
heard, man. I heard that John Morant, ever since all of the antics, all of the controversy, his market's been terrible, man. They've been
Mm-hmm,
trying to basically get him for pennies on the dollar from Memphis, and Memphis won't gonna budge. To trade John
mm-hmm,
Morant, you're gonna have to agree to pay his salary or
mm-hmm,
a huge portion of his salary in a trade. And I
mm-hmm,
don't know logistically if they can do that or if they want to even do that. So it's gonna be hard to trade him. I think they were trying to get him to Miami, but
mm-hmm,
even some of the trades I heard Miami offering up, I was like, get out of here, man! Like you trying to give him trash for
no,
John Morant? Now you doing too much.
mm-hmm,
That type of a trade would look like collusion, like NBA
mm-hmm,
collusion. So John Morant is probably going to be an off-season thing that we'll see get worked out.
mm-hmm,
And if the gun to my head, probably Miami will get him because they
mm-hmm.
need a point guard. They need like
Yeah,
they have
they
a
do.
good Mitchell. What was his
Davion
Davion
Mitchell.
Mitchell, solid point guard, but I think they could use a John Morant. I think Morant will
Yeah.
be very good on that team.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, good trade. We'll see what the future first round picks are because if this Jazz team stays healthy and together with what they have now, and they're able to tank, wink, wink, what they've been trying to do,
Mm-hmm.
and they add more talent, I don't think you're gonna see. I don't think those first round picks will amount to much. If the Jazz go in the trajectory, I think they're